Alex Palou, your reigning champion, the man they all need to beat, lays down a marker on the streets of St. Pete. Alex Palou wins the opening round of the 2025 IndyCar season. Pure perfection and absolute brilliance. It has been 5 years since a driver has won back-to-back races at the start of the season, but Alex Palou will do precisely that. He won in St. Pete. He wins at Thermal. Alex Palou makes it back-to-back victories to start the 2025 season. Kyle Kirkwood told me in the lead up to this season how much he had worked on himself, on his body, on his mind over the winter. He was so unhappy not taking home a victory in 2024. He said that was the first thing that he wanted to correct this season. The second was consistency. He has had that for the opening 3 weekends, and here in Long Beach, he has been dominant and crushingly perfect. From pole position to the checkered flag, Kyle Kirkwood wins in Long Beach. But Alex Palou is already on his final lap here at Barber Motorsports Park. Guys, he has been perfect.
Again. As he does, James, race after race, and Chip told us at the second race of this season, watch out, he's only getting better. And where we think he found improvement, outright one-lap pace, just dominant this weekend.
I didn't believe him, but I mean, it's hard to deny what's happening here, coming to 3 wins in 4 races. Unreal.
As he comes to the Advanced Auto Parts checkered flag on the track where he won his first IndyCar race in his very first race with Chip Ganassi Racing, and wrote the first chapter of a book that has come to define the modern era of IndyCar. Mr. Perfect, Alex Palou will do it again. Untouchable, undeniable, inevitable. It's going to be 3 wins from the opening 4 races for Alex Palou. We talk about the greats, the Unsers, the Andrettis, AJ Foyt. Alex Palou's record this season matches them all. He wins 4 from the first 5. Incredible.
Let's go! Thank you so much, guys. What a team! You guys make me look so good on track. Thank you.
White flag is out for the driver from Barcelona, Spain. Alex Palou could be on for his first oval and his first Indy 500 as he comes off turn 2.
Little slide out of 2. He moves to break the toe from Marcus Ericsson. Ericsson has it all now in his hands. It is now or never for Marcus Ericsson. But Palou has the lead. Palou has the advantage. He told us coming into this weekend, if I don't win the Indy 500 in my career, it will be a career unfulfilled. He had, and the caution is out. Caution is out. Palou will win for validation, vindication for Alex Palou. He has won the Indianapolis 500. Kyle Kirkwood is the king of the streets.
Checkered flag, winner, winner. Good, thank you. Awesome strategy, awesome pit stop. Man, we had to work for that one.
One lap to go until we see the Advanced Auto Parts checkered flag, and Kyle Kirkwood leads the way. The man who, other than Alex Palou, is the only driver to have won races this season.
Here comes Rasmussen. Here he comes.
Street tracks as Rasmussen does take a look at O'Ward, but O'Ward gets to the inside of Kiffin Simpson. It will be Kyle Kirkwood, who has only ever won on the streets.
Baby, let's go,
no
boys.
more. He is an oval winner. Kyle Kirkwood wins again. A phenomenal drive.
Great race.
Who won 6 of the first 9 races. That was 1975. The driver was AJ point. We talk about the hangover after the Indy 500, which he won with aplomb. Did he disappear? Did we forget about him? You bet we didn't. Alex Palou, championship leader, wins again. It's 6 from 9 in 2025.
This is Racelet's IndyCar podcast. Here are your hosts, Fred and Sydney.
And you just heard the final calls for the first 9 races of the NTT INDYCAR Series for 2025. We have gotten over the hump. We are now down the back stretch for the second half of the season, and we have so much excitement yet to come. Can't wait. Hey, everybody, I am Fred.
I'm Sydney.
And thank you so much for tuning in to Racelet's IndyCar podcast. We've got a great show for you.
Yeah, Dad. Let's talk about the first half of the season so far. It's been like a roller coaster ride, I guess you can say. And from here, the excitement is just like building up and progressing, and the drama is just continuing to unfold.
Oh, yeah, this first half of the season has, well, let's just say this. You've had complete dominance by two-time champion Alex Palou, winning the first 6 of the first 9 races, right? And Kyle Kirkwood winning the other 3.
Yeah.
So as far as the excitement goes there, it's kind of a runaway right now with the championship with Alex, but just so much other good stuff on track, you know.
Yeah. Kind of crazy to think about that Honda has won all 9 races so far, and that we've kind of only seen a couple Chevys in the top on the podium, and that Penske hasn't we haven't seen anything from them.
Yeah, the Penske fiasco continues. Been qualifying pretty good in the races, but their inability to finish a race has, you know, been something that I was not expecting this season. You know, Scotty Mack and Will, 2 favorites at the championship to start the season. You know, and both struggling right now, and Joseph just having a nightmare of a season. And you know, no Chevys. I think we're going to see one coming up possibly this weekend. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. But how about some of the other characters, some of the other drivers this year who are making their names for themselves right now, Sid? Like the guys on AJ Foyt.
Yeah.
What can you say about them?
Yeah, Ferrucci, I think he's had like 5 top 5 in the past couple of races, which is huge. You know, he's had 2 podiums this year. And then David Malukas doing really well as well.
Yeah,
qualifying really good, finishing the race.
David has been in a position at times during the race where he was leading the race and in a position
to win,
to possibly win. And then I think Santino doing the same thing themselves. They're really doing quite well. The Meyer Shank cars of Rosenquist and Marcus Armstrong also having a strong season so far. With Rosenquist, you know, he just finished 3rd last race, getting his first podium of the season. He's currently sitting 4th in the standings. We'll go over all the standings in just a little bit on the show as well. You know, one thing I want to bring up real quick before we get into Road America, which was the last race, and talk about the mind-boggling race that was. I'm still scratching my head as to what was going on in there. But, you know, the talk was with Nolan Siegel the week prior with his rant and frustrations. And I just want to say he manned up, and he had an excellent race at Road America, finishing the highest of all the Aero McLaren cars. So props to Nolan for, you know what, getting out there and getting dirty and getting the work done, and letting his actions speak for themselves on track. I thought that was pretty impressive, you know, after his comments that he had made. But yeah, what about the Rookie of the Year battle we have going on right now too?
Yeah,
These guys are neck and neck at the halfway point of the season. That's Louis
and they
Foster and
yeah,
Robert Schwartzman.
yeah, and they both won a pole this
Yeah,
year.
yeah. Robert Schwartzman winning at the 500,
500 and then
and Louis Foster winning pole at
yeah,
Road America, which was incredible. Another good job by these guys. Neither of them really getting the finishes that I think they're looking for, but I think that is to come soon. Remember, Prema is a brand new team to
mhm,
IndyCar. Louis Foster was last year's NTT champion. I'm sorry, the NXT champion, right?
yeah,
So these guys are coming from good pedigree, and I think they're just going to get better. A
I
lot of
agree.
I don't know. I think I picked Schwartzman to start the season, and I think you went with Foster as to who
Yeah,
was going to win Rookie of the Year. But that's a coin flip right now.
it is. Yeah,
I'm excited to see how these guys continue to go. Another thing, Connor Daly. He's had a pretty good
he's had
season so
yeah,
far this season. A lot of bright spots for him. Very
yeah,
proud to see Connor having a pretty successful season so far. 4 ovals remain on the season. Now's his best chance probably to win his first career race. We'll see with 8 races
yeah.
left to go, 4 of them being
Being
ovals. So there was a week off in between races. Last race was the 9th race of the season, which was at Road America.
mhm,
And Road America, again, had been a track that Team Penske
has
has
dominated
had
at.
very good success at.
Yeah,
And it showed in qualifying
it
as they
did.
all
Yeah,
qualified very well again. Unfortunately, results did not go well for them. Joseph was on another run. He seems to be on a
he was
run
looking really
every
good.
race where he has a great car and then something happens. Louis Foster, you know, that was an accident, but Joseph took himself out at
Mhm.
Road America on a self-inflicted wound. But those struggles for the Penskes continue. Um,
Yeah,
the race was strange.
it was really strange. I was like, normally I don't get confused because like I know what's happening, but I was so confused during this race.
It was a roller coaster of a race because somebody could be leading at one point
And
and
then
then be
they're
dropped down,
yeah,
and then another person up there and down. It
yeah,
was insane. The temperatures were extreme
very
at
hot.
Elkhart Lake in Wisconsin.
Yeah,
91-degree temperatures,
the
where
hottest it's ever been.
the average is usually about
71.
71 degrees.
Yeah.
So tire degradation played a huge role in this race.
Yep.
Strategy, it all came down to strategy. Who was going to
Yeah.
survive, basically? You know what I mean? We saw so many cars at the end of the race run out of fuel and had to walk
Yeah.
back and leave their cars on track. It was crazy. There were moments when you thought, like we
Someone
said,
would
somebody
be
could be winning this race, and the next moment,
they go into pit and now they're in 20th.
yeah. But what can you say?
Yeah.
The dragon was in hibernation, or the beast was in hibernation for the last 2 races with the DNF, the crash he had in Detroit, and then, the middle of the pack finish at Gateway. But Alex Palou
He's back.
does what he does. He's back. He gave everybody a nice little teaser
Yeah.
as far as, you know what? The championship could be up for grabs with the standings down to 73 points coming into the season over second place Pato Award at the
Yeah.
time and 75 over Kyle Kirkwood. And no, but you know, we thought maybe somebody else could win this race.
Yeah. Who was up there? Dixon was looking to win this race, and then
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
at least a half dozen to 10 cars had a
Yeah.
legitimate chance, and the commentators were just as baffled and dumbfounded as well. It was hard to call the
It
race.
was.
And it was kind of frustrating too, watching it, but
Yeah.
it led to that excitement and drama. But, you know, um, Alex just does what he does, and there's somebody thinks they're gonna win, and then Alex just says,
Not today.
yeah, he knows what it takes to win. And that's
And he knows how to get there too.
oh
Make
yeah.
it slow and like easy.
Yeah. So we talked about the strategies and fuel conservation and stuff like that with cars running out. Scott Dixon, like you mentioned, was leading this race,
Yeah.
and him and Alex, both being Chip Ganassi cars, were on the same strategy. However, Scott Dixon had pit 2
Before.
laps before Alex did. So Alex had a little bit more fuel. Scott had to come in with 2 laps left.
Mhm.
His day was done. And then who else was leading? Somebody else was up there as well. They had to come in. Felix Rosenquist was in a position to. No, Ilott was the week before.
Oh, okay.
And he ran out of
Yeah,
gas
yeah,
and had
yeah.
to come in and pit. But Alex had enough in the tank, so to speak,
Yeah.
to
He
get
could've-
his car across the line and win. And so incredible. 6 wins now in the first 9 races of the season. What's his point total now, Sydney?
He's currently sitting at 386, and Kyle Kirkwood is now in second place, just 93 points down.
Just 93. Okay. So is anybody else going to win a race this season, do
hope.
you think? You hope?
Well, I'm gonna keep hoping that Pado's gonna win.
At some point, he will. And great opportunity for Pado
this weekend.
coming up this weekend
At Mid-Ohio.
at Mid-Ohio. He won there last year. This is going to be Pado's 100th career IndyCar start.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Pado.
Huge.
And if he does win, it would be the first Chevy win of the year.
Yeah.
So maybe the second half things can be a little dicey. Or Alex can just continue to pile on and put this race away and this season away, a lot earlier than expected. But
Yeah, and you kind of don't know.
yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, Dad, and this is peak summer. Temperatures are finally starting to get hot, and we have 5 races in the next 4 weeks of July.
Five races in 4 weeks,
4 weeks.
because we've got that double header at Iowa. This is
How fun.
This could shuffle the deck of cards.
Yeah.
And maybe throw some other people in the game if we can get some wins by other drivers. I'm gonna say my dark horse right now, he's currently sitting 4th in the standings, but if there is somebody that could maybe be a surprise, finish with the top 3, he can maybe challenge Alex. I don't know if anybody will, but that could be Felix Rosenquist.
Yeah, I can see good things from him the rest of the season.
Yeah, he just got his first podium last race at Road America. He's sitting 4th. He's still like 230 plus points back or something. What is he down?
155 down.
155?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But if he continues to get podiums, then he could have a chance.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Kyle Kirkwood, he's having a phenomenal season.
Very good season.
I was on a show last week for IE Sports Radio talking IndyCar, and the host of the show was asking me questions like, can Kyle Kirkwood win more oval races this season? And my response to him was, I didn't know he could win one to begin with.
Yeah, he got his first this year. So
anything is possible.
Yeah.
Him picking up his first oval win, and then he's like, okay, well, what about Alex Palou? I was like, well, Alex got his first win on an oval this year too. So I don't have an honest answer. The people who you think are better at the oval tracks haven't won this year. So I don't know, so much good stuff coming up. This race is going to be a good one, I think.
I think so.
Mid-Ohio's very fun, really good track.
Yeah.
Been playing a lot of it this last week on the Xbox. As if you have Forza Motorsports on Xbox, they just came out with an update in which you can now race the 2025 Honda and Chevy IndyCars. And not only race them, but there's a few actual IndyCar tracks. You got Road America, IMS. I think Mid-Ohio was on there too.
Mm-hmm. Laguna Seca.
Yeah. So a lot of really cool tracks, and just to have IndyCar back on a video game is
and
huge.
It's fun to pass the time while you're waiting for a race.
Yeah, we did a lot of racing, like sim racing. It was like the year of COVID when we resulted to watching the professional drivers on Xbox doing iRacing. I watched and bet on those with my friends like they were regular races in the season. It was awesome.
Yeah.
But the cool thing too with that, Sid, is they have liveries that you can
They do,
download
yeah.
as well. So there's these expert creators on there that are putting these liveries in there. You've got Pato Awards uh, car and his 500 car this year. You've got Alex's
You got
DHL car,
his Rainbow one.
Will Powers, Scotty McLaughlin's. I think there was a Marcus Ericsson car from his 500.
His 500.
Hey, Connor Daly, you've got your AM/PM car on there, so loving that. So much fun. If you guys ever play Xbox, you can add me as a friend.
Yeah.
I will give you my gamer tag. Just shoot us an email or message us, and we can exchange gamer tags and get some playing. I think that'd be kind of fun.
Fun.
Get some listeners and other IndyCar fans to play, and
Yeah.
we just talk as we're playing and stuff like that.
Yeah,
a lot of fun. So we've got all that coming up. Sydney, another thing, there's so much.
There's
We've got,
so much.
that the whole week has gone by where we're trying to fill time, but then all of a sudden there's so much
rushing,
going on. I want to bring up one thing. This came out last week, I believe, and that had to do with willpower.
Yeah.
What came out in regards to willpower?
There was a post that came out saying that, well, we all know that willpower does not have a guaranteed seat for next year. So a post came out saying that like this month, the end of like July or something, we'll find out where he's gonna go. If he's gonna go somewhere. If he's gonna sign again with Penske or what.
So the talks all season where David Malukas could be the one to fill the seat. He's the next in line, but nothing's been said that Will is going to retire or that he's not going to be renewed. So they said they will have an announcement by the end of July. My thoughts personally is their decision is probably pretty clear. I don't think Will is going to retire, but I do not think they are going to renew his contract with Team Penske. And that could be solely on just the performances alone this season. He's done great in the qualifying, and he's got a few top fives this season, but that's a lot of money.
He's also sitting 7th in the championship, so he is in the top 10.
Yeah, he is. I want to see him in a car because Will has been always one of my favorite drivers. I do not want to see him, not driving next year. So hopefully, Team Penske will re-sign him. But I just hope that we do see Will again next year. Sydney, are you an Ozzy Osbourne fan?
No, sure. I don't know.
Sure?
Sure.
You like Crazy Train and songs like that, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, what do you think about Felix Rosenquist's Ozzy Osbourne Sirius XM car that he's going to be racing this weekend?
That one looks fun. That's what I love about like his car in the Sirius XM. There's always fun liveries to go with it,
Yeah. If you're a rocker, I think it's another Octane car possibly, or Boneyard, or I don't know who the sponsors, or it could be. I think it's Ozzy's Boneyard or whatever it's called, or whatever Ozzy's channel is. I don't know off the top of my head. I don't really listen to it, but the purple and the black really pop.
Very nice.
But there's a lot of black cars.
There's a lot of black this
weekend. We had earlier in the season where there were like 8 red cars.
Red and whites, yeah.
And now we have the blacks. Alex Pillow going to like a all black with just blue on the tail strip. That's really cool. Against sleek design. Remember the last time I said he had an awesome car was when he was riding in that red, white, and blue HRC.
And then he won it.
And he killed Barber. So I don't know. It looks like the Batmobile kind of,
It does. It's simple, but it looks so good.
Yeah. Santina Ferrucci also
all black
in a black car as well. Scott McLaughlin in a black car. The battery wagon.
The battery wagon. Yeah, that's a new one, right?
Yeah.
That was nice.
All the
Like,
wagons he's got going on for the Thirsty Threes there. Let's see if the battery wagon has enough charge to lead him to a victory. We'll see. I do see possible, a Chevy winning this weekend.
yeah.
Could be Pato. It could be a
Stuff.
Penske.
You know,
I don't know. Just so much good stuff going on. Any other news or notes you want to talk about? How's your grid rivals going? Let's get into that.
oh, that's going so well. No, it's not.
My team.
My team's
Okay.
horrible right now.
Yeah, my team is on a free fall. But
Mine too.
it's not because I have I don't know. My rosters I've set before qualifying the previous 2 races, and I had 5 of my drivers within the top 6 to top 10
Yeah.
starting every race.
And they look
So I
so
look so good with my roster. I was like, let's go. Let's get that cash flow building up again. And it has just bitten me in the ass.
Yeah.
I have dropped so many spots. I was like in 200th place. I'm now in like 2300th place in 2 weeks. I need something to change. I really didn't make many moves on my team this week. This is what I'm going
Don't
with.
you have your team?
I do. I always like to put it in place, and then if I need to tweak it based on qualifying, I will.
I
But
do.
my team right now, I've got last year's Mid-Ohio champion in Pato Award. I've got Scott McLaughlin.
Okay.
I'm going with Colton Herta.
Okay.
I haven't really taken him at all this season so far. He's had a pretty
I think you took
frustrating
him at Detroit.
year. I think he needs to
I
turn
think he
things
needs-
around
yeah.
as well. I also have Felix Rosenquist,
Okay.
that Ozzy Osbourne car. Sticking with David Malukas, I've got him for 2 more races, and I'm going to finish it with Cal Ilott. Yeah, my roster value has dropped, and
Yeah.
shoot, I had Joseph Newgarden on there. He was down to only 17 million, so I had to cut ties. Watch Joseph go out there and win this weekend now that I dropped him.
I mean, that would be nice because I have him on my team. So.
Oh, good for you. Good.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. It's been a frustrating year for Joseph. If he can do it, I would be happy to see that for him.
Yeah.
So who else you got on your team? Or you're still trying to build it?
I only have 3. Yeah, I only have
Who
3.
are the 3 you've got so far? We can put one together real quick.
I have Pato.
Okay.
Fingers crossing, like he wins this race.
If we say Pato enough times and pick him, there's a good chance it might happen. Except for you would be 0 for 9 so far this season,
No.
right?
And I probably am.
His closest was in Thermal when he won pole and led
Yeah.
until the 15 lap mark left, and then he was overtaken by Alex.
That's
But
hard. Okay.
that was a hard one. We were there for that.
Okay. And then I have Joseph Newgarden and then David Malukas. So those are my 3 guys currently.
Okay, that's a good team so far, I think. And how much money do you got left?
52 million.
Oh shoot, you can throw Alex in there. He's like
No, we can't.
27 million. Yeah, 52.
Yeah, but I took him last week.
Oh, he's locked. Oh, see, if you take him
I'll
and
take Kirkwood.
you don't release him, then you do have them locked for 1 week. So that's the one downside.
Yeah.
You have somebody like Alex who you can take for an entire 17 race season if
Oh,
you
I definitely would if I could.
right? Oh wow. Hey, awesome news we just got this week too. We're going to be going to Laguna Seca as members of the media. Very
So
excited for that. I've
First
never
time.
been to Laguna before. I've always wanted to go, and now we get to go as
know.
part of the media Sydney. I
yeah.
cannot wait. We're about 3 weeks out from that. We got our rooms booked. We're gonna make the drive. It's about 6 to 7 hours, depending on traffic and traffic leaving from the LA area. You're gonna hit that regardless.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna have a
We're
lot of
excited.
fun.
Let us know if you're going. DM us.
Yeah,
We'd
DM
love
us.
to meet up.
Yeah, we would like to have a meetup. Trying to get some really good interviews for
Yes.
everyone as well. I'm working on a piece right now, a Joseph Newgarden piece
Yeah.
that
We're-
I think we'll try to put out like a special interview for that.
Yeah.
That's something I'm working on with Sid.
Yeah.
You
We're
know.
excited for that.
Yeah,
We're very
finally,
excited.
We're back in racing.
I know.
Go race on the Xbox. Download Forza. If you have Game Pass, it's free, which is even better. And then if you just got to earn enough money to buy the Indy cars or just race your way through the season and have a lot of fun. And then starting tomorrow, we've got practice at Mid
Busy
Ohio.
month starts.
The busy month, the hottest month, muy caliente.
That's gonna suck for those black cars. It's gonna be
Oh shoot! Tomorrow's 4th of July. The fireworks. Oh man.
Oh, that'll be nice.
This is gonna be an awesome weekend. Stay safe out there, everybody. Stay cool. Stay hydrated.
Yes.
And we'll talk to you guys again next week. Thanks so much.
Bye.